Hi, everyone. Welcome to Planet Grape Wine Review. My name is Catherine Fallis, and I'm the founder and tasting panel lead here with panelists Deborah Parker-Wong and Fred Swan today to talk about an iconic Italian producer. Deborah, who are we speaking about today?
Well, we're here with three wines from one of Montalcino's original estates, Col d'Orcia, which means the hill that overlooks the river Orcia. This is the largest certified organic vineyard in all of Tuscany. It lies between the Orcia River and Mount Amiata, which protects it from any nasty weather. And there's been winemaking here on limestone and marl soil since the 14th century. Owner, Count Francesco Marrone Cinzano, has dedicated 50% of his estate to forest and woodland, making it a beautiful natural park.
Nice. It sounds beautiful. And unfortunately, we couldn't go in person this year, but we will sometime, hopefully. But we were lucky enough to be invited to a live Zoom tasting with the Count Cinzano, last week. So we had breakfast with the Count and some Brunello de Montalcino and Cabernet Sauvignons from Tuscany. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's a real treat and it's a definite perk for us. So thank you for making that happen. I'd like to talk about the first wine, which is the 2016 Brunello di Montalcino. And this is Brunello is a name, it means little brown one, because where Montalcino is in Tuscany is slightly south of Chianti in Chianti Classico. So the Sangiovese grape gets a little bit riper. So you can think of this, the grape as getting a little bit of a suntan. So it's a little brown one, Brunello, and it's from Montalcino. Typically a wine that has to be aged in oak per the regulations of this area. And so these are also oakier and heavier and slightly riper than a typical Chianti Classico. The 2016 was really elegant and balanced. Still had that kind of chewiness that you get from the oak barrel, but it was still tart and dry and fresh with notes of cherry liqueur and amaro. So it had a big kind of personality, some red licorice, a little oregano, a little of that Mediterranean scrub the Count was telling us about. And he was also telling us about the good vibe of the place, which was fascinating coming from a Count in Tuscany at a palace to have a good vibe, but we liked it. And I just found the wine really balanced and a little bit of a earthy mushroom note as well. Really kind of the wine that you want to age for several years or put in a big carafe and let it aerate for several hours before you drink it. It was really lovely, and we gave it 93 points. Deborah, what's our second one?
Wine number two, Poggio al Vento, Brunello di Montalcino Reserva. This is 2013 vintage. So this wine has had a little time in bottle, and boy, that has evolved it beautifully. Spent several years in Slovenian and French oak, and then 3 years in bottle before it comes to market. This is a 100% Sangiovese, very floral and bright with some herbal notes of sage, but lots of red fruits like pomegranate, cranberry, and currant. Medium bodied, very elegant, described by the Count as slender. We have still a firm finish on the end. The sandy limestone soils of Poggio al Vento, which is a single vineyard that was planted in 1974, are really unique from the other sites on this estate, and resulting in these very fine, elegant texture of this wine.
And what was your point score on this wine?
Point score for the 2013 is 94 points.
94 points. Wow, great. And our last wine, Fred.
Hi, so I have a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's the Col d'Orcia Olmaya Cabernet Sauvignon 2015. It's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from that single Olmaya vineyard, which was planted back in 1984. The designation on this is Sant'Antimo DOC, which is unfamiliar to most people, but it's actually the precise same border and area as Brunello di Montalcino, but this area is set aside for non-Sangiovese based wines. So Cabernet, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, and a number of others. This particular wine, again, in 2015, it's had time to come together, but is still bold and rich and still has a good amount of structure to it. In fact, it's a wine that's going to age quite nicely. It is savory forward, but there's a strong core of dark fruit, ripe black fruit. That's surrounded by dark mineral and aged oak on the nose, not an aggressive new oak, but a very sort of elegant, weathered older oak. The palate, again, full-bodied, plush on the attack. You get flavors like the nose, the dark fruit, the dark mineral, but you also find dark chocolate, dried flowers, grilled herb. Finish is long. The tannins or the texture picks up weight as you keep the wine in your mouth or take further sips. So it's definitely going to be a food wine. It's perfect for a traditional Northern Italian steak grilled on an open fire. 93 points on this wine. Very good Cabernet Sauvignon. I would hold it until 2025 if you have the patience.
Excellent. And it falls in the category of Super Tuscan. So Super Tuscan is a non-conforming wine made with either fully international grapes, such as the Olmaya, the Cabernet Sauvignon, or a blend of Sangiovese with international grapes. So Super Tuscan to finish the flight. The only thing missing from this tasting was eating steak or pasta or something. It was difficult to do, but we made it through. Thank you so much, Deborah and Fred. These wines are available fairly widely. The Brunello di Montalcino is $60. The Poggio al Vento Riserva is $169, and the Olmaya Cabernet is $69. So they're slightly pricey, but again, great wines, special occasion wines, have with your family, enjoy, share, and treat yourself to a little wine with the Count. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you the next time. Ciao.
See you next time. Bye.